Leadership should be about self-sacrifice. It should be about leading by example. It should be about serving others. It should be true leadership where you earn respect. Funnily enough, I wouldn't even say it is engineering principles. The leadership is driven by what we're trying to achieve, and our mission is to create urban freedom for happier lives. That's what this business is about. It's not about, trying to make as much money for shareholders and profit. It's about impacting society. And if we get that bit right, if we really, really believe in that as an organization, everything else follows it. Of course, we need to make a profit or we can't make an impact, but no one's going to get out of bed at 6 a.m, work long weekends just so that you can make shareholders rich. That's not going to work. So it's got to be about driving something so we can all feel proud. I think having trained as an engineer, I'm really interested in how we use Mother Nature, because that's what engineering is. It's physics, it's principles. How do we push it to the limit to make living better? How do we take and extract the most value? And it is about detail. Yes, you have an overarching ambition, but to deliver quality, the devil is in the detail. And having a culture where you have a vision, a mission, but the way you deliver it, particularly with an engineering mindset, is in detail and taking care and doing it right and building solid foundations. You get those right, the rest will follow, but it does require an approach which is attention to detail. And as a leader, every now and again, I will go very, very deep. And I will really challenge the team on technical engineering, and they like to know I know my onions. I'm not just wafting around in my ivory tower. We are facing some quite big challenges on planet Earth, and we got something of a scare with COVID, and sadly, that will be back. But an even bigger challenge we face is global warming. And it's not the warming itself that is the concern. It's the impact of that warming, the impact it's having on biodiversity, on the ability for people to grow food. And we have the solutions to this problem. The challenge isn't the engineering. The engineering exists. It's about the application. And I think in business, it's not always about the solution. It's about communication. If you can't articulate what you're trying to achieve, if you can't encourage the consumer to jump into our world of cycling, the fun and freedom that comes with it, you could have the best solution in the world and no one's enjoying it. So it's no good just being an engineer, deep down in your engineering world. You need to articulate that, inspire people, get them excited, encourage your consumers to talk to other consumers and say, hey, we've all got to do this, because if we all contribute, we'll get there. But if we're not communicating, if we're not engaging, it won't happen. It is interesting. We see, sadly, in my opinion, and this is coming out of the great United States of America, leadership, and you see it in The Apprentice, where it's about you're fired and I know best and I'm the big guy and I've got to be a really nasty person to succeed. And to me, that is everything that is wrong about leadership. Leadership should be about self-sacrifice. It should be about leading by example. It should be about serving others. It should be true leadership where you earn respect through your activities and what you are doing, and people can rely on you to support them, to give them space to be honest, to share challenges. Because if you're Mr. Perfect and you're wandering around shouting at people, no one else is going to tell you the truth, and that's very dangerous in business. You need to recruit people better than you and give them the space to flourish, and that's what you need. You need to be humble, you need modesty, you need drive and ambition, but not by shouting from the rooftops. Yeah, there is. We have governments time and time again are encouraging us. We've got the apprenticeship levy, we have endless things that float in to sort of train your staff. And training needs to be bottom up, not top down. If you're just training people to tick boxes and you send them off to some yet another 2-day course where they sit there and fill in a questionnaire at the end and wonder why they ever bothered, that might look good on their CV. It might even look good for the company. You've done all this training, but what is it all for? You're much better to set your team really challenging objectives, pushing them outside their comfort zone, and then they come to you and say, listen, if you want me to deliver that, I need skills, I need to learn, I need to understand. And that might not just be training, it might be mentoring, it might be going and visiting another company that's doing a better job than us. How do we learn from them? But training is much more than just a course. It's about learning, networking, becoming more confident, and having an understanding of where to reach when you need to find new answers. So it is very important, but just having training in the organization isn't enough. Digital, we've got AI, and we've got robots, and we've got humans. And actually, like most things, if I look at my house, for which I'm very proud, I have some piece of furniture that belonged to my great-grandmother, and I have some pieces of art or pieces of furniture that like super modern. And I think, like a city, you have some buildings that are 600 years old and you have the latest architecture from Thomas Heatherwick. Mix matters. And I think we need to be careful that we don't think that AI is going to be the silver bullet and everything's going to be AI, or robots are going to do everything. And, or if you're craft, you're not allowed to use digital and it has to all be handmade. Actually, it's about finding the very best of everything out there to deliver the best value to the customer. And we use all of it. We use some skills that are highly skilled, take a lot of training, a lot of apprenticeship. And we use other things like robots, we use AI, we use digital. So finding the mix that fits your organization and not being afraid to go for the thing that delivers the most value to the customer. That has to be the absolute key. And when you understand what your customer values, then you can deliver the right mix. I think we need to remember life is short. I think too many people are too afraid to say what they think. They are turning up to work, they're doing their job, and they finish work. We're going to be dead soon. We've got shit to get done. We've got stuff we can contribute in planet Earth, and we need to be heard. And if people hear what I have to say and have the confidence to go out and be more honest, more driven, more ambitious, even if they decide, the job I'm in sucks and I'm going to go and do something completely different. Great, that's better for the business and that's better for them. But we don't have time. We need to move faster. We need to be more ambitious, and we need to tell people honestly what we really think, and we'll get there faster.